अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। अच्छा जी, हम पास्ट पेपर्स के एमसीक्यूज़ को रिवाइज़ कर रहे थे फॉर पंजाब रेवेन्यू अथॉरिटी इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर, ऑडिट ऑफिसर एंड म्यूनसिपल ऑफिसर। कुछ एमसीक्यूज़ कल मैंने आप लोगों के साथ शेयर किए थे। कल की वीडियो में हम फिर से पास्ट पेपर्स के एमसीक्यूज़ को पढ़ेंगे। आज की इस वीडियो में हम फाइनेंस के मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट 51 लाइनर्स पढ़ेंगे सेक्शन वाइज, जो इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफिसर, ऑडिट ऑफिसर और म्यूनसिपल ऑफिसर फाइनेंस के पेपर के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट हैं। ये तमाम वन लाइनर्स जो हैं आप लोगों ने पेपर से पहले लाजमी पढ़ने हैं। जो स्टूडेंट्स नोट्स की डिटेल के बारे में बार बार पूछते हैं, तो यहाँ पर आपको व्हाट्सएप नंबर स्क्रीन पर शो हो रहा है, उस पर कांटेक्ट करके आप सैम्पल रिक्वेस्ट करें। सर आपको वहाँ पर सैम्पल और जो पेमेंट डिटेल्स वगैरह हैं वो प्रोवाइड कर देंगे। कंप्लीट सिलेबस के नोट्स जो है वो अवेलेबल हैं, कोई शॉर्ट नोट्स नहीं हैं। जो स्टूडेंट्स चाहते हैं कि उनको शॉर्ट नोट्स मिलें अभी, तो हमारे पास सिर्फ सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग कंप्लीट और डिटेल्ड नोट्स अवेलेबल हैं। वो जिसको लेने हों अभी आपको बहुत डिस्काउंट पर मिल जाएंगे। सिर्फ आपने व्हाट्सएप पर मैसेज करना है और सारी डिटेल आपको वहाँ पर मिल जाएंगी। एग्ज़ाम का नाम आपने लाजमी मेंशन करना है। स्टार्ट करते हैं आज के लेक्चर को। जो पहला टॉपिक है हमारा फाइनेंस के सब्जेक्ट में, वो है टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी एंड वैल्यूएशन। फर्स्ट वन लाइनर है, द प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइंडिंग द फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ अ करंट कैश फ्लो बाय अप्लाइंग एन इंटरेस्ट रेट इज कॉल्ड कंपाउंडिंग। The process of determining the present value of a future cash flow is called discounting. The interest rate that makes the net present value of an investment equal to zero is the internal rate of return. A series of equal cash flows occurring at equal intervals for a specified period is called annuity. An annuity where cash flows occur at the beginning of each period is called an annuity due. A financial instrument or stream of cash flows that pays a fixed amount indefinitely is a perpetuity. The rule of thumb used to estimate the number of years required to double an investment at a given interest rate is the rule of 72. नेक्स्ट सेक्शन है फाइनेंस में कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल एंड कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर। द एवरेज रेट अ बिजनेस पेज टू फाइनेंस its assets calculated by weighting its equity and debt components is weighted average cost of capital. Debt is generally considered a cheaper source of finance than equity because interest payments are tax deductible. The risk premium framework that describes the relationship between systematic risk and expected return for assets is the capital asset pricing model. In the CAPM formula, the metric that measures the volatility or systematic risk of a security compared to the market is beta. The capital structure theory, which states that in a world with no taxes or transaction costs, the value of a firm is independent of its debt to equity ratio, is the Modigliani-Miller theorem. The theory suggesting that firms prioritize their sources of financing from internal funds first, then debt, and lastly new equity is the pecking order theory. Next section है capital budgeting and working capital. The capital budgeting method that calculates the time required for an investment to generate cash flows sufficient to recover its initial cost is the payback period method. The capital budgeting technique considered conceptually superior because it explicitly accounts for the time value of money, and absolute wealth maximization is net present value (NPV). The ratio of the present value of future cash inflows to the initial cash outflow is known as profitability index. The short-term financial metric calculated as current assets minus current liabilities is net working capital. The time lag between purchasing raw materials and receiving cash from sale of the finished product is the operating cycle. The cash conversion cycle is calculated as days inventory outstanding plus days sales outstanding minus days payable outstanding. Next section है risk, return and markets. The type of risk that is unique to a specific firm or industry and can be eliminated through diversification is unsystematic risk. The market risk that cannot be diversified away by holding an optimal portfolio of securities is systematic risk. The financial hypothesis asserting that asset prices fully reflect all available information at any given time is the efficient market hypothesis. The form of market efficiency which states that current stock prices reflect all historical price and volume data is weak form efficiency. The form of market efficiency asserting that stock prices reflect all publicly available information, including financial statements, is semi-strong form efficiency. The form of market efficiency where prices reflect all public and private inside information is strong form efficiency. Next section है financial derivatives and instruments. A contract that gives the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy an asset at a predetermined price within a specified time frame is called a call option. A contract giving the holder the right to sell an underlying asset at a specified strike price is a put option. A customized, non-standardized financial contract between two parties to buy or sell an asset at a specified price on a future date traded over the counter is a forward contract. A standardized, exchanged, traded contract to buy or sell an asset at a predetermined future date and price is a future contract. A financial derivative in which two parties exchange the cash flows or liabilities of two different financial instruments is a swap. Short-term unsecured debt issued by corporations to meet immediate short-term liabilities is called commercial paper. Short-term debt instruments issued by a national government with maturities of 1 year or less are treasury bills. Next section, corporate finance and dividends. The conflict of interest that arises when the managers of a corporation prioritize their personal goals over wealth maximization of the shareholders is the agency problem. The date on which a company's board of directors announces the size and timing of the next dividend payment is the declaration date. The cutoff date where a stock buyer is no longer entitled to receive the recently declared dividend is the ex-dividend date. The corporate action that increases the number of outstanding shares while proportionally lowering the share price without changing total equity value is a stock split. A company's decision to buy back its own shares from the open market is known as share repurchase or treasury stock buyback. Next portion, financial ratios and metrics. The liquidity ratio that measures a firm's ability to cover short-term obligations using its most liquid assets, excluding inventory, is the quick ratio or acid test ratio. The structural ratio calculated by dividing total debt by total equity is debt to equity ratio. The profitability ratio that measures how efficiently a company uses its equity to generate net income is return on equity. The operational efficiency ratio calculated by dividing the cost of goods sold by average inventory is the inventory turnover ratio. The ratio that measures how many times a company can cover its interest expenses with its operating profit is the times interest earned ratio or interest coverage ratio. The market value ratio that compares a company's current share price to its per share earnings is the price to earning ratio. Operating profit before accounting for interest expenses And income taxes is universally known as EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes. A valuation metric that strips out the effects of financing, tax environments, and non-cash accounting expenses is EBITDA. EBITDA stands for earnings before interest and taxes, depreciation and amortization. Next section, international finance and banking. The microeconomic theory stating that the exchange rate between two currencies is in equilibrium when their purchasing power is the same in each country is purchasing power parity. Triple P. The risk that a company's financial performance will be affected by fluctuations in foreign exchange rates is currency risk or exchange rate risk. The global baseline regulatory framework governing bank capital adequacy, stress testing, and market liquidity risk is the Basel Accords. The rate at which a country's central bank lends money to domestic commercial banks is the discount rate or policy rate or repo rate. The risk that a borrower will fail to make required payments on debt obligation is credit risk or default risk. That's all about today's video. इसी तरह के आपके साथ 50 अकाउंटिंग से रिलेटेड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट वन लाइनर्स शेयर किए जाएंगे और ऑडिटिंग से रिलेटेड बाकी जो रिमेनिंग पास्ट पेपर्स के MCQs अवेलेबल हैं वो भी आप लोगों के साथ इस चैनल पर शेयर कर दिए जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह पेपर से पहले। अगर आप वो वीडियोस देखना चाहते हैं तो मेरे इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं। साथ में मौजूद बेल आइकन को लाजमी प्रेस करना है ताकि जब न्यू वीडियोस अपलोड हों तो आपके पास नोटिफिकेशन आ जाए। व्हाट्सएप चैनल को अगर आप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं डेली जॉब्स अपडेट के लिए तो उसका लिंक आपको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा, वहाँ से जाकर आप उस चैनल को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग। अल्लाह हाफिज़।